Hello there. Today I want to introduce you to a new concept called as Authoreon. So even before proceeding to understand what exactly is Authoreon and what exact problem is it trying to solve, let's first try to understand the name itself and the logo associated with it. So Authoreon is a combination of two words. One is author and the other is ion. So Author, as we know, is nothing but a creator, and ion, it stands for an indefinite and very long period of time. Also, it stands for power existing from eternity, and it's a combination of those two words. And the logo here that you are seeing is called as icosahedron, and it is nothing but a polyhedron with 20 faces and 30 different edges. It's a structure that plays an important role in cluster of physics, management theory, and packaging respectively in terms of lowest energy, efficiency, and ideal networks. Now that is out of our way, let's try to understand what exactly is Authoreon and what problem is it trying to solve. So I've got a bunch of URLs here and I just wanted to share you a lot of information through this video. So the primary problem that it is trying to solve is authorization, authentication, verification, and certification. And it want to take all of this to a decentralized network, that is taking all of these things to a blockchain. And it uses Ethereum as a blockchain. Excuse me. And currently they are in a crowd sale, so you can purchase. So one single token of auth is what actually the ticker name that they have given is approximately 15 cents. As per my understanding, this is the cheapest price that you can get as of now. So let's scroll down and here you can see that the sale is live. And it's live only for the next 10 hours, approximately 10 and a half hours. You need to be, if you want to purchase, this is the great time. And they have a lot of posts on various media outlets which you can read, and we have a white paper as well that we will go through in a while. And so far that they have raised 1.3, I think 1.4 or something was their hard cap. I think they are pretty close to that. And as we have discussed earlier, exactly what is Authoreon? It's like decentralizing all the security aspects, that is authorization, authentication, verification, and certification for everyone. It's not just for a set of groups, it's for consumers, corporates, governments, organizations, anyone basically. So you can just have a quick peek of this. And the great thing is that they are also developing something called as SCAS. I don't know how to exactly pronounce this. Smart contract as a service. Now that's great. What exactly is that we are going to look into? So they have a bunch of security things that they are trying to bring onto blockchain, and all of this we'll look into while we go through the white paper, where we have in great detail. And they are also coming up with product. What exactly is this product? They also have that in private beta right now, but you can still look into a preview of what exactly is that over here. Okay, so it's storage and transfer of digital assets basically. Okay, so we'll be looking into that as well. And then the architecture, they have had this in a great detail in white paper. And the Authoreon token, what exactly does it do, and other things. And coming to the token sale terms, and they have a great team. I have looked into the LinkedIn profile of a few people over here. Chris, Ali, he's from Pakistan, and Ajay is from India. Mohit is also from India, and we have a couple more co-founders as well. It's not just about them being developers, they are also co-founders, which is a great thing. Each and everyone would feel responsible for the product. It's not just about developing something and dumping into the founder's hands. And they have a few advisors as well, and they have the timeline. rather than showing you this exact timeline, they have mentioned the timeline in Trello also. So we'll be looking into that. And you can follow them on a few social media outlets. Right now I'm following up on Telegram. It's just a one-way communication at this point. Hope that they will also launch a two-way communication, and then you can just subscribe to the newsletter so that any important news you can receive them instantaneously into your email boxes. And they have partners, a couple of them. Fine. Now let's head over to the white paper. So whenever you click on this white paper, you'll be navigated to this page. So you can click on this link and this particular page opens. Now, all right. So let's look into the white paper quickly. So as we have seen earlier, it's a decentralized network, of course, but it's going to bring the security aspects like the authorization, authentication, verification, and certificates. Now, from a use case, it might not look that great, but unless you look into the great details of this particular white paper, you'll be able to understand. And the good thing is that this is not the alpha version, this is a version 2. So they should have already corrected from version 1. And this was launched sometime back in December 10. So that's good. And please make sure that you read through this disclaimer so that you understand few things about what exactly is and what exactly you should be doing with your auth tokens. So now let's look into the Authoreon. Okay, so as we have seen, it's the same. The first stance, it's like Authoreon is decentralizing authorization, authentication, verification, and certification, and thus securing previously unsecure instances and functions. Okay, we'll see that in detail. So the Authoreon solution prevent fraud, cyber attacks, material and immaterial identity theft, and they provide an all-over traceability to supply and ownership chains. Fine, and you can take a look at the abstract information as well here, but very important thing that we want to see here is how is the architecture built. So they have 3-layer architecture. Okay, the first layer is the blockchain itself. So this is built on top of Ethereum. So that's the primary layer. And on top of that, they are building 2 different layers. One they call it as Synapse, and the other they call it as Access Lock. Okay, so now let's look into what exactly does Synapse does. Okay, so there's a blockchain layer. So every one of us knows at least something about the blockchain layer. If not, you can just have a quick peek into this. How does the proof of work, that is the current algorithm of Ethereum, how does it work? And then you have something called as EVMs, Ethereum virtual wallet, virtual machine. So you can see how does that work as well. And now let's see the Synapse. Okay, so this is built on top of the blockchain, and they call it as Synapse protocol, which is an independent application layer inspired by the human brain, and that's why you see here these neurons and symbols and all these sort of things. Okay, and then you'll see smart contracts and blah blah blah, all these things. So this is something that I want to go through. The Synapse layer is responsible for storing data safely and effectively and verifying identities against the stored access authorization. Okay, so that is what actually it does do. So this is a medium layer which sits in between your blockchain, your actual blockchain, as well as on top of that you have something called as Access Lock. Okay, so now let's try to see what exactly is Access Lock. So Access Lock, they have developed something called as 2-square key algorithm, providing one static key with a one dynamic and which remains temporarily. It's very similar to how your two-factor authentication works. So everything happening perfectly, this would definitely replace the two-factor authentication in the future. Okay, and then they have their product So they have their Authoreon solutions platform, and will be accessible through an easily manageable web UI, either with a MetaMask or any decentralized browsers like Mist. And then you have the same features are applicable on mobile app, smart contract as a service, and then they are going to come up with some plugins and APIs in the mid of 2018. Now let's take a look at the use cases. So identity theft is what actually is one of their use cases. So what they are trying to say is that they will provide an immutable digital identity for consumers, as well as the corresponding verification tools for verifying parties. And then they have another use case for user authentication and password breaches. This keeps happening, so which is not a safe thing. And then they also have a use case for telecommunications data retention, and then they have for cyber attacks and document fraud, IoT security, supply chain. And yeah, coming to the business model, so let's look into the monetization. Since we propose solutions to different use cases, different customer groups, each with a different pain and different transaction volumes, we have an individual module based pricing. Okay, this applies to a monthly subscription fee per module, as well as to an individual transaction fee. All right, and then you can take a look at the payments, which is pretty much self-explanatory. Go to market, how they want to take it to the market, and then comes the very important thing that we are waiting for, that is token and crowd sale. So why they want to go for a crowd sale, and what exactly are they offering here? Okay, so let's look into this. So the Authoreon ICO is targeting fundraising from a minimum of 500,000 to a max of 4.5 million USD. Okay, if we look at this, I think they have not reached, I think somewhere around 1.3. Okay, so they still have some time, so you can hop onto this train. And this is right now you will get one auth token will be available for $0.15. Okay, and if you ask me, that's damn cheap. And contributions are accepted in ETH, BTC, BCH, LTC, Dash, and PayPal. Goodness me, PayPal. So you can purchase with your fiat currencies. And bonuses of 25% to 5% auth tokens are offered to early contributors. So there you go. And here is the total token supply. What I really like is that this is not that big token supply. Okay, and if you look into further, 33% of this will be locked into the company funds. Okay, so I think for the very first 6 months, at least in the worst case, the first 6 months, you will have at max of 60 million, which is nothing compared to what the use cases and the problem that they are trying to solve. So you are going to purchase at $0.15, and even if it reaches $1 with a current supply of 60 million, that would be there as a circulating supply in the market by the time that this product launches and this it hits the exchanges. It has to reach only 60 million, which is nothing. Now let's look into the coin market cap, and let's see what is the top 100. So it has to reach 188 million. So with 60 million, you can, if it reaches 60 million, $1 also. Okay, so it will be only 60 million, right? So if it has to reach to the 100th place as of this day of recording, that is December 31st, 2017, then it has to reach three times of $1, that is $3. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to be in top 100 for sure. The worst case, it will be at least in the 100th spot. Okay, so you can say that it has the capability to reach $3. Okay, pretty easily. In the first few months, it's definitely going to touch that $3 mark. Okay, and you can count what is the profit that you are going to make out of it. And here they have also specified their development, I mean, how they want to use their funds. Okay, so looks pretty good for me. And also they have these tokens on crowd sale, how it is going to be distributed. Max cap on crowd supply, crowd crowd sale, sorry, it's 4.5 million dollars. That is what they are trying to achieve, with a total supply of 90 million auth tokens. And they also have escrow. All right, you can look into that. I don't want to go much further into what escrow is and all those things. But milestones, this is a very important thing, and which I really like. They are creating this as an agile project, and here is the roadmap that they have put in the Trello. Pretty interesting, pretty much, something that I really liked. So the milestone one, you can see, is that complete Synapse and access lock layers. If you see that, is a module wise release that they have here, and here is the milestones that they have specified. So right now you can see that the proof of concept is in beta. Okay, but you can still download the Chrome extension, and you can install and give it a try. Okay, pretty interesting, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And going further, token sale and crowd sale, you can read through this. Company, this is something that I have copied earlier, and I told you in the very first couple of minutes of this video. And the company's legal holdings and all those things, you can look into this. And the team, yeah, here you go. So Chris is the CEO and co-founder. He's having a LinkedIn, each and every member is having their LinkedIn profiles, so you can look into this. This is their current team. Let me go back here, and oops, my bad. Okay, so meanwhile that opens, let me see this. So Chris is the CEO and co-founder of Authoreon, and if you expand more information, you can see what all the things that he's trying to achieve, and what are the things that they have achieved so far. You can see his profile as well. His to me looks like a pure developer who started his career as a freelancer, and was a co-founder of a company or a couple of companies, and he worked as a freelancer as a blockchain architect. So he knows what exactly he's trying to achieve. And just to confirm that this company is located in Singapore. So if you go to the bottom of the page, you can see the address. I've not personally verified it. You guys can quickly check it if you really want. So this is the address that they are saying that their Authoreon is located. Okay, and let's see if there is anything that would be of any interest to us. Yep, roadmap. So the roadmap is there on the website as well. Also, they have included in the white paper. So here you have the development begins, the crowd sale begins, incorporation, private beta, corporate pilot, public beta, and so on and so forth. All right, so yep, that is pretty much about Authoreon, and I'll also give a couple of links. They have a Bitcoin talk link. You can join. Someone with the name Irfan underscore Park 10. I don't know who exactly is that, but is a legendary member. So it has got some value. I don't understand. This was published on August 26th and has not picked for some reason. Okay, whatever it is. So the funds they have raised so far, so they have reached 1.3 million. And yeah, this is the Telegram group. You can join, but as I mentioned, this is only one way. That is only, you can just have read access. You don't have any write access, that you cannot post anything on the Telegram. I don't know if they want to open up a two-way communication. And yeah, you have got the airdrop. So someone who is interested in airdrop, you can join into the airdrop, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. you have airdrop for Facebook, Twitter, and other social media channels, and also you can participate in Bitcoin talk. Just apply with your Ethereum wallet address, your email address, and the link to what exactly is the thing that you have achieved in the first step. Okay, and the rules are here, so you have to follow the rules, and the reward breakdown is here. Okay, and then all right. So when you click on this, you see that all the activities that they have done for each and every use case. This is something that I'm really excited, guys. This is how some, if you are not in software, this is one of the ways that an agile project is carried out. These are the use cases with the releases and other information. And on the right hand side you have activity. So if you scroll up to the top and click on all, you'll see when exactly has this started. They started it maybe they might have done some background work, but they actually started it on December 27th, working on this Trello group. Fine. So if you got any questions, feel free to contact them on their contact page, and you can join on Facebook. So this is their Facebook page. You can join here. Right now they are looks like they are running some kind of a raffle. I'm not sure. Yeah, this looks like a drop. So you can join over there, and also they have a Twitter channel. So currently they have 4,000 plus followers, which is pretty good. And yeah, I think pretty much have covered everything. Yeah, this is a beta. You can just give it a try, download it, and just give it a try. This is their product. Fine. If there is something that you feel I have missed, please drop me a message. And just wanted to pass a disclaimer that I'm nowhere related to Authoreon. I'm not a developer. I have not. I mean, this video is not sponsored by them, and I'm not a financial advisor. So please make sure that you check a couple more references, and don't follow just one with one video or one article. All right, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.